Welcome back and happy Friday. We are in the last week of January 2022. Typically on Wednesdays, I sort of do my inventory into my pantries, my refrigerators, my freezers. I do have an extra refrigerator, like just a little economy refrigerator out in the garage. And we've got a Kit in Scout, so we do have a small deep freeze for blue and gold, which is if you're not Midwest local or Oklahoma local, it's sausages, chicken strips, and bacon. So he is typically a top seller, so we've got that extra space. When we're not doing that, we typically have the space to sort of stockpile some things. And I thought about meal prepping on a budget, doing a video like that, but I plot twisted. We're in the last week of January, like I said. I figured we might as well see if we can stretch $1 for the last week in January, especially with prices the way that they are. I have purchased probably more than I need over time, and it is time to get some of that stuff cleared out. So when I looked through, and I will show you this here just momentarily, and we do have some specialty dietary restrictions, that kind of thing. It has been requested by my doctors that I remove processed sugar, gluten, as well as dairy. Dairy is my favorite thing in the whole world. So that one is still a work in progress. The other two are not as bad. And my husband does keto most of the time, kind of dirty keto. And then we've got 2 kids, so they kind of just eat the way preteens and teens do. After inventorying so far, what I have for next week is going to be all the dinners. That's typically what I meal plan. I let the kids know that they need to figure out what they're eating. Our son eats typically at school. Our daughter does virtual school here at home. She usually plans her breakfast and her lunches out, throws the ingredients into the grocery list so that we make sure we get those. And then I make sure that my lunches are covered, but mostly. So what I've got is a spaghetti squash casserole. It's gonna be the same as lasagna, only it's not layered, and it's just spaghetti squash across the bottom instead of noodles. Household favorite, everyone loves it. We'll probably do a triple batch, throw 2 in the freezer, have some for dinner, have some for lunches. We are also gonna do a fish night. I know that we're supposed to eat fish once a week. I buy the fish to eat once a week. It stays in the freezer and we don't eat it. So we are gonna do better about eating fish, seafood, shrimp, even though I know it's not really good for you. I've got some and it's delicious. So we'll do that one night, a Hawaiian fish and shrimp night. We have got a lot of frozen pineapple in the freezer, I think from like Smoothie Intentions a year or so ago. We're gonna go ahead and get some of that moved out. We've got a grilled chicken night. We've got, I make marinated chicken that everyone in the house loves. I've actually got that video ready to post next week. So I will let you guys in on that recipe a little while later. That's just gonna be an easy, simple dinner. That is grilled chicken that's already flash frozen in the freezer, that on a busy night or a night that you're tired or you don't have time, you can just go ahead and grab those the night before, put them in the refrigerator. They're thawed, all you have to do is reheat them. And they are juicy, they are not dry, they are awesome. We are gonna do a DIY pizza night because pizza dough is cheap to make and the kids love it. And then we usually, at least one night a week, we'll do leftovers because that's a night that you and I don't have to do anything. You just say, get crazy or pull everything out and throw it on the bar and let them do with it what they will. And then we do an FFYO night once a week. That is a fend for your own night. And so let's show you what our freezers, our refrigerators, our pantries look like. I do have a can storage cabinet that I use as well. This is our refrigerator inside the house. And this is actually my favorite part, you guys. I am nosy. I am so much better than I used to be, but I am still nosy and I love to see what other people have in their refrigerator. So this is what we've got. The produce drawer is looking pretty sad right now, but that's all right. We'll fix that. All right. And then if you did see my my video on the copycat nut pods, that is my new recipe there. Just nice on hand. All right, and this is our freezer. We've got some ground turkey. Funny story, I was buying from the bulk meat place here in Tulsa and thought I was getting 5 pounds. I was not, I was getting 4 5-pound packages and we don't even eat ground turkey that much. So I do need to start using that a little bit more. the pineapple I was telling you about, I'm sure you saw that up on the other drawer. All right, and this is the refrigerator and freezer outside in our garage. We, like I said, do buy a lot of cheese in bulk, and this is where we keep all of that. There is more turkey. I was not over exaggerating at all. So it's pretty bare in here, which is good. We have been trying to eat what we have for a little while now. We've got some cheeses here. I know, like, we needed any more cheese. We've got a problem. This is our deep freeze that we didn't have until our Scout started selling Blue and Gold fundraiser. I've got some more ground beef in here. Like I said, I was not over exaggerating. There's some more ground turkey. I promise I am going to use some this month. My husband, like I said, eats the same thing for breakfast every day. So there is his sausage that goes with his eggs. We've got chicken thighs, some rice, some low-carb tortillas, and a couple odds and ends down there. More vegetables. Yes, more turkey. I probably should put it all in one spot. I just have not gotten there yet. It looks like some pita bread and some pancakes and some riced vegetables. This is our canned goods cabinet that we typically keep here. I do like to have some items on back stock just to make sure that if we need something for a recipe, we've got it here. This is our pantry. There are a couple things we need to stock up on, but I am not going to do that this week. And I do have intentions at some point to get this a little better labeled, but in general, everything's sort of categorized correctly. That's what we've got there. And then this is just gonna be appliances down here. All right, so I tried to break it into different categories just to make it a little easier. I've got bread / carbs, produce. Most of that is frozen right now. I've got some sauces just to give some ideas of what I might like to do. And then we've got meat and not as much dairy. And that's just different shredded cheeses that I have right here, just so that I know what. We usually purchase those in bulk. And then after we've got them, we portion them into half-pound Ziploc bags. This is going to be my meal plan as well as the groceries that we'll need. So I've got our spaghetti squash casserole, what dinner's gonna be on fish night, our ramen, the grilled chicken dinner night, DIY pizza, and the rest of it that we talked about. And then this is everything that it looks like that we're gonna need. When I did some price checking online, it looked like we're gonna be able to get our groceries for next week, the few things that we do need, for probably around $60 for the next week, which is really great. So very minimal this week. I'm really pleased with how this is gonna go. I hope that this video helped you to maybe have a couple ideas of what you'd like to do for meals, or sort of challenge you to live out of your freezers and your refrigerators and your pantries for a week, just a week. I am going to try to do a clean out video at the last week of every month, just so that we've got some food rotating out, making space for new fresh foods to come in, and lowering that budget on our grocery bills to sort of enjoy the things that we already have. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell if you'd like to see when those videos do drop. I hope that I gave you some great ideas. I do appreciate you spending time with me. I hope you have a great week. Spend less and reserve your resources, and we'll see you back in a couple days.